Good morning. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in Antigua, Guatemala. We are starting our day with a walking tour to get to know Antigua better. We want to learn its history and we want to know what makes it so special. And to start the day, I'm kind of searching for some sunglasses since I lost mine in Costa Rica.
So let's see what we can find.
We'll be squinting all tour. So we just finished our walking tour. It was really nice. We had a great tour guide and it was long. So we stopped for lunch because we're going to be out and about and not going to be eating with our host family today. So we're at Los Tres Tiempos and here we're going to try a typical Guatemalan dish called pepian. Wow.
That looks yummy.
So this is pepian, which is a very common dish here in Antigua. It's a thick vegetable and meat stew. So the stew is thickened with ground nuts or seeds, and it's very common that they use pumpkin seeds, which are called pepitas, which is why the dish is called pepian. And it looks absolutely delicious, and I'm ready to dig in.
Oh, and they hooked us up on the side.
Yes.
So let's dig in.
Woo!
I think it's like a potato. I think it's sort of like a tamale, like a Panamanian tamale.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
they were like corn-like? This is basically what it is, but with nothing inside. So it's just a tamale, I guess.
Wow.
It's really good.
Yeah.
The stew itself is amazing.
Yeah, already I can tell I am in love with these flavors. This is so incredible. Oh, it's gonna be so perfect with the tortilla.
That was so good.
It is so beautiful here. The weather is perfect. Just a great place to sit outside in the courtyard.
So we just got done working and I'm really hungry and we're about to go do a little hike, so I decided to get a chicken empanada and then we needed to get something sweet, obviously, and we got a apple pastry. Haven't gotten to the chicken yet.
Just crisp.
Just crisp, but it's really good already.
Uh-oh, squad's coming for you.
I know, look at me. I'm a freaking mess.
So we said there was so much history here, so let me try to give you a little bit of the story, even though it's so much and I'm still learning it all. So the town of Antigua is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's one of 3 that Guatemala has. It's located at 5,000 feet of elevation, and you can even go higher if you hike one of the volcanoes that surrounds Antigua. Guatemala has about like 30 plus volcanoes here, so it's just an incredible place. But yeah, speaking of volcanoes, Antigua has kind of a history of disaster. So originally, Antigua was called Santiago de los Caballeros de Guatemala, and it was the country's first capital, founded in 1524. But due to an indigenous uprising, it led to a brief abandonment, and then it was founded again in 1527, only to get demolished by the Volcán de Agua in 1541. And then the city was reestablished a year later, endured for more than 2 centuries until the Santa Marta earthquakes destroyed the city in 1773. So from then, the capital was moved indefinitely to Guatemala City, where it is still today. But the inhabitants that survived that disaster rebuilt the city, and it is now called Antigua Guatemala. So as you walk around Antigua, which by the way, we would recommend a walking tour because of how historical it is, but you will see all of its cultural heritage, from the ruins to the churches, to the historical buildings, to the cobblestone streets, and it really makes Antigua a truly unique city. Also, some random fun facts that we found. Duolingo, the creator of Duolingo, is Guatemalan, so it's technically Guatemalan made, as well as instant coffee.
See, this normally wouldn't happen in any of the other cities that we've been to.
I love it. You know it's a good town if it has church bells. And for our next adventure, we are going to climb
the Cerro de la Cruz.
We're gonna climb Cerro de la Cruz, which is a little hike up to see the whole city.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
And then what else?
There's a cross up there. It's a big cross. Okay, so essentially we're going to hike about 20 minutes to across on a hill to get a good, beautiful view of the city. And maybe sunset, but it's really hazy here.
Yeah.
And it's really confusing because everyone's like, oh, I don't really know why.
We've asked a lot of people and they're like, oh, it's just las climas de Antigua.
But anyway, let's head over there.
So if you love architecture, I honestly think this is a wonderful place for you. Antigua has a lot of Baroque style architecture, and what makes it super unique, which I really like, is in a lot of the building there's also a Arab influence, which is because if you know history, the Moors invaded Spain in 711, bringing a lot of Arab influence to Spain, then later brought it here. But you can see that within the architectural styles, and it is honestly fascinating and beautiful.
So we just saw a firefighter down there asking for donations, and he told us that right now they're actually fighting some fires somewhere over there. But that answers my question as to why it's so smoky.
It's definitely not the easiest volcano to spot. If you didn't know it was there or didn't look hard, probably wouldn't see it, to be honest. It's a bit of a bummer that you can't see the volcano right now, but if we could, this view is already pretty insane, but it would be so incredible. We might just have to come back when it clears on a clear day.
All right, we're officially headed back down.
Official.
Sick of it. Had to get a 6-pack of Guatemalan beer. But this thing feels like it's literally about to break, so I'm gonna have to hold it from the bottom.
Oh gosh. Well, we are done for the day. It's been a really awesome day getting to know Antigua, and tomorrow we're doing something super cool involving nature, so we can't wait to show you. And now for the best part of our day, dinner and hanging out with our host family.
All right, well, we are officially done. Absolutely beautiful day here, and we got to learn so much.
Dios mío. That guy was so extra.
I know, he like stared at us when he came by.
He was proud.
Oh, it's corn.
Oh.
I just stabbed myself.
Kind of looks like you're just walking into heaven right now. Oh, slow down there. Wasn't a tough hike.
Dude, come on.